In today's episode of The Tenant, I'm in the western suburbs of Mumbai. Our tenant today is a design graduate who believes in spending the least amount of money to do her interiors. How did she do it? How did she make her housing decisions? Let's find out.
Hi Vishal, how are you?
Very well. Thank you for having me.
Not at all. Welcome home.
So this is the apartment of someone who knows how to do it herself.
I definitely hope so, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's this space about? What are we talking? How big is it? What's the layout like?
It's a 1 BHK and we've got a fairly open kitchen, we've got the drawing room area, a hall that leads you to the bedrooms, and it's around 450 square foot carpet area, and yeah.
And in terms of usage, which is the spot where Simran spends most of her time?
I think this area and the kitchen would be where I spend the most amount of time, and of course to sleep in the bedroom, but the kitchen for sure.
Do you happen to cook a lot?
Yes, I cook a lot. I enjoy cooking.
So Simran, 450 square feet is a decent size 1 BHK by Mumbai standards. Outside Mumbai, I'm sure many people will be in shock at it.
Yeah.
So how did you select this apartment, this building, this locality? What triggered?
I had seen about 30 houses before this. I knew that I wanted to live alone. I wanted it to be fairly close to my office, which is in Andheri East, and I think light was the reason I was caught onto this house. There's ample amount of light. Looking outside, there are big windows here, and it's a family building. I felt safe as soon as I sort of entered the space, and anything I need, I could just go downstairs and get it. So it was all reachable, everything was accessible, and I liked the layout of the space. I liked these arcs in the house. I liked how spacious the kitchen was, and it is very spacious for a Bombay house. So all of these things just had me sold.
So you're a single young bachelor.
I guess, yeah.
In Mumbai, like many other cities, they are not a very wanted species.
You're right.
How tough was the experience for you?
It was definitely very tough. I mean, I've been moving houses in Mumbai for the 4th time, and it doesn't get easier for sure. And in the localities, they don't trust single women. They always think about parties associated with them, or the house would get spoiled if a woman lives here, and many more biases that come in. So definitely yes, to look for a house alone, it's very difficult. People go as far to say that just fake an engagement, or just fake that you live with somebody, and I mean, bring me a man, I'll fake it. But I wanted to live in a house where I'm completely honest with the landlord or the person who's giving me that house.
So you said you saw a lot of apartments before this one. Were there barriers only in terms of you being a single person, or are there other sort of barriers also that come in terms of biases?
I think
vegetarian, non-vegetarian, all those things.
You got it exactly right. Many different types of barriers, and with a diversity like Bombay, I think it comes with many different opinions. So one would definitely be, there was a building where very close by to this area actually. I liked the area a lot, and they'd said that if you're a non-vegetarian, you cannot stay here, but are you okay just pretending like a vegetarian? And no, I'm not. Somebody said that, hey, why don't you pay me my rent entirely in cash? And no, I'm not okay with that either. There was another home that I visited where seasonally, during any occasions, they sort of cut meat in those areas, which I'm also not comfortable with. So to find a home that's as peaceful as this was very difficult, but I do believe I have gained a lot of experience through these stories that I'm telling you about.
So Simran, tell us about this living room. It has some very arty features. So all this done by you?
Definitely. I mean, most of it is done by me. Many things are borrowed. I like a lot of times I look at things or objects in this space, and they remind me of the person I borrowed it from. Being from a design background, I was able to procure a lot of art from my friends. Some of these art pieces over here, most of them are made by my friends. The house is a full of different types of people I've borrowed things from, or things that I've made in design school. This is something that, it's a jacquard technique which I made in college.
What's the story behind this?
Over here.
This sofa?
Oh, this sofa was actually, what my father said was, you cannot use it anymore. It's a discarded piece and it should just be out of the house. He actually threw it out of his house, and I begged him to let me take it. And It was a worn-out sofa, and what I had done is just sewn the pieces back together. If something was torn, or even under this, there are still things that are torn.
So Simran, what's the story behind these cushions? They have a very interesting design.
I'm glad you asked, actually. I believe in just reusing everything around me, and they had a beautiful print. This was actually a bag that my quilt had come in, and a bag that would have been discarded if not used. So there was some extra fabric that I had, so I just added some backing, looked at a big bunch of YouTube videos, and looked at how you can hand sew without the help of any tailored professional, and it turned into a cushion.
What's this stool? This has a very different color. I've not seen this color in too many apartments.
Actually, at my old apartment in where I lived earlier, there were painters and there was some work that was going on, and painters had left this in my house for just the longest time. I'd asked them to come pick it up. They just refused to come pick it up, so I decided to repurpose it and just paint it on top of it. There's chalk paint that I normally use, which is readily available on Amazon, and it's also economical.
And this is the kitchen?
Yes, this is the kitchen.
So this is fairly spacious for a one-bedroom hall kitchen.
Definitely, that's actually one of the reasons I also looked into this house and showed interest, because I host a lot of people and I always need some space to cook for many people, and this area allows me to do that.
Okay. So basically you have lots of friends over?
Always, pretty much.
Okay. So what is that, Simran? This?
This is actually a plant that I have put into water right now. It's growing roots, as we can see. But a great way to sort of reproduce plants at home is to find the best way to put a cutting into water. So what happens is they grow out their roots, and when this plant has fully grown out its roots, we can put it back into the soil and then sort of reproduce more plants. So it really saves on buying plants again and again.
So this was the kitchen. I'm guessing that is the bathroom area, right?
Yes, this is the bathroom area, split into two.
So the color of this door is the same one as the stool that you had shown over there. So
Yes.
this is also done by you?
Yes, in fact, it's the same paint that's been used, just keeping some continuity in the house.
This is the shower area?
Yes, this is the shower area. All old Bombay houses, because so many people used to live here, even in 1 BHKs, that's why they divide up the shower areas so that people can, multi-purpose. And this is the toilet area.
So it's been split into two?
Yes, it's been split into two. And if we go a little ahead, you're in my room.
Okay, this is a decent sized bedroom.
Yes, it's a decent sized bedroom, and the cupboards came with the house, so that saved me a big buying a cupboard cost.
And air conditioner
No, the air conditioner was also here.
Okay, so it was what we call in Mumbai semi-furnished?
Yes, it was semi-furnished.
Okay, and this bed, this is also, I think, a good sized bed.
Yes, it's two beds sort of put together.
And what's this, mattress, bed sheet, the story behind this? Is bought by you, done by you, anything like that?
This dohar is actually where the cushion came from. The cover of this dohar is used to make the cushion that's outside.
And these curtains, I see two of them are the same. This one in between is different.
This one in between is actually a bed sheet. I didn't want to spend any money on buying a new curtain, and I definitely wanted something with print, so what better than an old bed sheet. I just got it folded up and turned it into a bed sheet, and it serves as a beautiful curtain now.
So just to do this cupboard, how easy a task is it for a common person? Can it be done by anybody, or it requires some degree of expertise?
Most definitely can be done by anybody. There are 3 simple steps. You sand it up just to smoothen everything. Number 2 would just be applying the paint, and of course, depending on the color, if it's too dark, it may need 3 or 4 layers. If it's a fairly light color, even 2 layers are possible, and chalk paint would be the best for something like this. So again, 3 simple steps, anybody can do it.
Okay, so this was the bedroom.
Yes, this was the bedroom.
All these improvisations you've done, I have to ask a question. So how much has this entire interiors cost you? People spend a lot of money for doing the interiors depending on the budget. How much has Simran managed to get it down to, given that in most of the places you seem to have used your skills or your friend's skills?
Basically, I've done the entire house in about 12,000 bucks. And I see the shock on your face, but yeah,
Many borrowed pockets, many things done on my own, many things improvised, lots of garbage turned into furniture, lots of garbage turned into art. 12,000 rupees is the number.
So you've seen the apartment, Simran. It's clearly compact. You have done a lot of justice to it by doing your own skills. Why don't we go down, check how the entire building is
Yeah.
as well, and continue the chat there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
Let's go.
Let's go. So Simran, this was about the apartment. You obviously used a lot of imaginative solutions to do it well at an economical price. What is the thought in lining up on this building as well as the locality?
I think that's a great question. As a woman, you experience the city in a very different way, and many things in terms of safety are very different to experience as a woman. So safety was the first thing that I wanted and my parents wanted for me. And as soon as I entered this space, I did feel that sense of safety. There are two guards there's one guard outside, there's one guard that sits over here. So you know you're protected, and every single time somebody comes to my house also, I'm asked, can this person come up? So all of these things living alone make you feel a lot safer.
Overall, for this, when you came to closing the deal, how much was this rent for? How much are you renting this apartment for?
I'm renting this apartment for 34,000. Did a lot of bargaining, but now it stands at 34,000.
How do brokers pitch the apartment to you?
Brokers are always just like celebrities इस घर में रहते थे, Sidharth Malhotra इस घर में रहते थे. They also will increase.
So Sidharth Malhotra stayed in this apartment?
Yeah. Before Student of the Year, he used to stay in this apartment, and I guess, of course, right after Student of the Year, he moved out.
He basically upgraded.
He
from
obviously
this
upgraded.
apartment to.
So, and apparently, a lot of Marathi actors also live in this particular house. So, yeah.
This is about the apartment, about the building. One thing I noticed about here, compared to many modern buildings, is that while this place, this society has good open space, it doesn't seem to have amenities. A lot of young people today prefer that. Was that not a factor with you?
So for me, I knew that I would be working at a co-working space where I would have those facilities, and I'm also more comfortable with group classes for fitness and everything. So I knew that I would be getting a membership anyway. So I didn't see the point of looking for a building in particular that had a gym or a pool or all of these amenities, because I knew I'd be paying for that separately anyway.
So this has been an interesting chat, Simran. You're a very different skilled tenant compared to most other tenants we meet.
Thank you very much.
I've not seen too many people with the utilization of an apartment the way you have. So thank you for this chat. And probably next time when I come, many of the cupboards or especially that big cupboard in your bedroom,
Yeah.
that would probably have been done.
Yeah. But right before you go, I have, because we've been talking about painting so much, there's a little spot in my house on the door which I'd like you to paint and get the experience of living the way I live, painting things.
Okay,
Would you
sure.
like to come back up?
You'll have to teach me how to do it.
Oh, definitely.
But,
Anybody can do it.
But in case if there's one spot, I'll definitely try it
Yeah,
out.
yeah, let's do it. All right, are you ready? Are you ready to do some painting and get messy?
I'm totally ready, yes.
Okay.
So there's already one layer over
Yeah,
here.
there's already one layer is already done. Okay, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
For the first time, it's not a bad job.
No. Oh, you're doing a great job.
Time for the report card. First up, on the size of the apartment. This is an above average size apartment in this micro market at 450 square feet. Second up, in terms of location. This is a location that is very convenient on a connectivity scale, be it to the metro, to the Uber, to the railway station. So it holds up on the connectivity side. The surrounding is a sort of 50-50. While the immediate surrounding might have some degree of vibrancy, it does get messy and chaotic, especially during monsoons. So all in all, if you're a single person who's working on a fairly tight budget, wants a safe locality, wants something which is well connected, this could very well be the sort of location and property to consider.